Hey, pre-notification gang. Thanks for your substorian. I'm gonna speedrun Exodus tonight. No, not tonight. Exit Prime biped. Exit Prime topical. Thoughts on Seth Rogen as DK? Yeah, I don't really care. Maybe it'll be good, maybe not. Thanks for your sub cornbread and Holden. Skipping the new Last of Us episode. Gonna watch it tomorrow, most likely. I saw the third episode. It was good. I don't know if it lived up to the. I can't get into spoilers, but I don't know if it like lived up to the hype. But it was a good episode. There's a resub Turbo and Creastricron and Snaggle. The resub Full Beast and Dawson. Oh yeah, Dark and Darker starts again tomorrow. Thanks for resub Purple and Zan. Placed in Moistkit in the ALGS, 6th. We were on match point at the very end. We were close. Thanks for resub Irony, Jim Bob, Near, and Bone Apple. Thanks to tier 1 Deep in the resub Zombie, Snowboo in the gift sub, mildly overweight. In the gift sub, Dawson. Resub my boy. Any plans? Nothing too crazy. Do we play Rocket League next weekend? Yes. Yes, we do. Thanks to resub Marina, Joe Schmo, Abby, and the anonymous 10 gift subs. Thanks to the anonymous 10 drop. And the resub Alt, Error, and Tier 1 Camden, and Prime Super Kitty. The resub Liam. How's the speedrun challenge coming along? Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I could not have found a better speed game. I know there's a lot of like really frustrating shit about it, but the run is so fun to watch. The glitches are so fucking cool. All of the tech is so good. Thanks for resub Spidey, Prideful, Zhao, Desi, Ablazar, Tempest, and the 2 gift subs Shy and Tier 1 Shav and Tier 1 Sum. And the resub Weedo. Is the run RNG based mostly? No, not at all. Thanks for sub Ash and Guab. How long is left on the speedrun? 9 days. Still got quite a bit of time. New big discoveries are found every day. Like today they just found some new momentum storage that makes some of the driving stuff a little bit faster. There's the Prime Dead, and the resub Zocano, Dagger, Coco, and the gift sub Thrash, and the 10 gift subs Troid. Thank you, Troid. Resub Magistral, and the tier 1 Duke. And the resub Kyla, and Bit Spice. Top 3 soups: broccoli, cheddar, tomato bisque, French onion, maybe. This is a tier 1 Taboo, and the gift sub Pargus. You see the Asmongold AI? No, someone in chat mentioned that a minute ago, though. Pretty much every streamer is going to have an AI for them pretty soon. And a very good one at that. We running Dark and Darker tomorrow? I plan on it. Thanks a gift sub Pargus and the resub Smog. Do I fear the rise of AI? Not at all, actually. I am extremely excited for AI. I think that can lead to unbelievable progress and innovation for all of humanity. I think there's a lot of growing pains that are going to come with it, like obviously with like artists and all of that. And also entertainers in general. Like anyone can be replaced by AI. But I think overall, the amount of positive things that can come from it is really exciting. Thanks the resub Sodden, Callie and the 5 gift subs, Chuff and the gift sub Overweight, and the resub Boofy, Andrew and Prime Vitol and So. And the gift sub Geo. The Prime Shadow. Hear about the Chinese spy balloon? Oh yeah, we talked about that on stream today a little bit, actually. Yeah, I saw. There's a Prime Sensei, and the resub Golden, Spock, Deadly, Cutie, and gift sub Timbo. And the Prime Rodell and resub Shields, Freck, and Low-Key. They shot it down when it was on its way out. Yeah, no, I saw the video. At least the one I saw, there was a lady filming and she said, "That's my American Air Force." As the thing just gets like fucking blasted. It was super hype. Yeah, I saw. He's a tier 1 Jack. And the resub Picky. Huge L for the US defense system, showing that we can't even spot a balloon. Yeah, so I don't know all the particulars of the situation, but this shit is so silly. I saw what these balloons looked like up close. Like, look at that. That actually looks something homemade. That legitimately looks like something I would have whipped up at an arts and crafts festival. And there's multiple of these, apparently. They couldn't detect that, like, at all. 2 of them? I thought it was 3. But regardless, this video is fucking hype if this is the one I'm thinking of. No, this isn't the one. Where's the lady who says, that's my American Air Force? Where's she? Which video is that? I think the resub Joker in the Prime. That boy in the resub John. In the bits. Moistis, Copy, and Fate. And the resub Tainan. It's low tech, which makes it harder to detect. Isn't that crazy? Thanks to the Prime Smoke. I think about that a lot. My dad's really into like old vintage machines, automobiles, stuff like that. They can't recreate that anymore. Like, it's so old that it's no longer able to even be made for some of the shit that he likes, like old pinball machines, some of them, or like an old jukebox. Because the technology is so outdated that they can't do it anymore. That blows my mind. He's a tier 1 Zen. They did spot the balloon the moment it came into the US airspace, but it's the size of 3 school buses. That if it landed on civilian infrastructure, so they shot it where no one was. Oh, gotcha. I mean, I guess. Like I said, I don't know the whole particulars of it. I've only seen the video and what they looked like in the American Air Force. Where's that lady that says that? Surely one of these has her.
As we're watching this.
No, that's the news broadcast one. Is it this one? And it says Nathan Jones. It was definitely a woman. Thanks a resub Elder Rasher.
Oh. Shot it down.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I got excited. I heard a woman's voice. I thought it was the lady who said it. Guess not. Saw it on Twitter earlier, but I guess it's not on YouTube. Thanks to the resub Nirmal and Dill. How did they know it was Chinese? I have no idea. I think they claimed ownership of it or something. Thanks to the gift sub Thrash and the resub Adamant. NORAD tracked it from China. Well, why not intercept it before it gets here then? Or were they just as confused as the rest of us? Like, did a child let go of their balloon or something? What's coming this way? Man, there must have been a lot of helium in that balloon. It's still coming. Jesus Christ, remember that balloon that some child let go 15 hours ago? It's almost here. Thanks to the resub Zanover. Can't intercept outside our airspace. That makes sense. That might have been the reason. The vid you're trying to find is from channel 11 Alive. U.S. fighter jet shoots down Chinese balloon with missile. Jesus Christ. This one?
Here we go.
I think this is the one. I think you're right.
Boom!
That's my Air Force right there, buddy.
Oh, I thought she said it. That's my American Air Force. Damn. Whatever. Still cool. I like that. Just a little spectator sport. Everyone gathering around to watch the balloon get shot. I will say, though, I feel like there's very few air forces on the planet that wouldn't be able to shoot down a stationary balloon that's, like, being pushed by strong gusts of wind. Like, I feel like you could get a crop duster. Like, you can get old Huckleberry in his old single prop plane, take off with, like a pistol and just drive by and shoot it. I feel like that's the easiest target in the world to hit. It's very high. Yeah, maybe it's deceptively high. It's 60,000 feet in the air? Holy shit. Man, it must have been a real clear day to be able to see that. Yeah, it was fucking big. Yeah, someone said 3 school buses. It was the size of 3 school buses. Thanks to resub Alex and the gift sub Cape and tier 1 Mao. Gift sub Brando and the bits Simi and the Bungie. Nah, I didn't see that one, boy. Imagine they shot down the balloon and the US anthem is on at that moment. Oh, that'd be huge. I'm surprised they didn't have like I don't know, something cool like bagpipes going or something, playing like a sad song on the way out. Shit could have been real hype. The missile that shot it down cost 400 grand. 400 grand well spent. This is a memory that'll last a lifetime for everyone that got to watch this live. I bet they were all standing out there with their hands out, hoping to catch it on the way down. Thanks to the resub, Pepper, Banana, and Give Sub Fun. And the anonymous gift sub. That balloon flew over Canada too. Oh shit. Thanks to tier 1 Abigail. And the Prime Matt. Yeah, the Dead Space remake was great. Thanks to the resub, Blue. And the Prime, Ral. I'll try Sons of the Forest, I just don't think I'm gonna like it. Of course I'm gonna play Atomic Heart. Thanks for the bits, Gugu. This is the first time an F-22 has shot down an enemy aircraft in its entire history. 32.4 billion development cost, best spent. Oh, that's huge. Wait, really? This is their first dogfight? Let's go. That's big. And let that be a lesson to anyone out there with balloons. Not welcome here. Thanks to Prime Poyo and the resub Sam. Thanks to resub Duke and Pizza Man. And the resub Denied. There's a picture of an F-22 with one balloon painted on the side. That's actually that's actually fucking sick though. That's cool. Thanks to resub Nosau and Shitter. The speedruns are going great. Thanks to resub Pug. Maybe, who knows, Patrol? You see Netflix AI generated anime backgrounds. They did anime backgrounds from what I saw. Thanks to Tier 1 Panini. There's a magnitude 7.8 earthquake in Turkey right now. Jesus Christ. That sounds fucking horrible. Does Turkey get a lot of earthquakes? There's a Tier 1 trash bag in the Prime D's. Yeah, they do. Shit. Well, 7.8's no joke. I just watched Knock at the Cabin too, and an 8. Well, we're getting into spoilers. Never mind. But yeah, 7.8's no joke. Was it any good? Conceptually, so M. Night has like good ideas conceptually, but the worst execution imaginable for the ideas, unfortunately. Like, I don't think he's had a banger in a long time. I actually think making the last Airbender movie broke his fucking brain. So something like Old, I think, is a really cool idea, executed goofily. And Knock at the Cabin, I feel kind of the same way. A cool idea, but executed goofily. Thanks, Resub Whisker. Signs is pre-Airbender. And The Visit was fine. I did like The Visit. But that was also goofy. But I appreciated the goofiness. Thanks to Tier 1 Hollow and the Tier 1 Gamey. And the resub Sneaky in the Prime Oven. That's not a conspiracy, Sneaky. The San Andreas Fault's a real thing. $80 for Brady just came out. Might check it out tomorrow. Oh, Aaron, Andrew, and I are going to see this pretty soon. Like, this looks like the most nothing movie ever made. Like, I don't know why this even exists. It's such a weird idea for a movie. It's just about 4 elderly women that want to go to the Super Bowl to meet Tom Brady. So, So they do. So I'll probably go see it. I think it's a tier 1 Grims in the resub mayo. And the resub Sprice. Last of Us episode 5 will be out early Friday. Oh, they're not. Why is it coming out at a different day? Here's a tier 1 10 box in the Prime Wizard. Oh, because of the Super Bowl. Oh, that's cool. I always preferred the 2 episodes a week model as opposed to 1. I think that's just super hype. But the only one I know that did that was Arcane. Can't stand binge, but I like 2 a week. I think it's a prime green. Arcane was 3. You're right. I think it's resub Scoob. I can't really get into spoilers. I thought episode 3 was good. I don't know if it lived up to all the hype, but it was good. I think it's a resub Logan. Oh, gotcha. Makes sense. 73. Yeah, it just seemed simple to me, but I guess there's a lot more that goes into it. Thanks to the Prime. 2 tire. How do you feel about it going so far off script? So, it's so hard to talk about without spoilers. It's still way too new to even talk about spoilers. Overall, I liked it. There was a couple things that I thought I weren't done super well, but overall, I liked it. But when I say not done super well, it's just because I really liked Bill in the game, like the interaction like you directly have with Bill, and that's not in the episode. But I still thought it was good. I like what they did with it. You like 80 for Brady? Haven't seen it yet. Going to see it though. I'll let you know what I think. I think the Bits King. I think it's the gift subcalculate. Have you seen that weird movie Cocaine Bear? Yeah, it hasn't come out yet though. Has it? No, February 24th. It's not out for a while. Why you got coffee pulled up? Oh, I'm just waiting on bated breath for when he releases that video on Dillon Danis. Coffee got Dillon Danis to promote a complete made-up NFT called Scam. And Dillon Danis accepted the sponsorship for $1,000 and shamelessly promoted Scam. Coffee did it to prove that this guy will legitimately peddle anything at all, even if it's a blatant scam. Who's that? He's this fucking washed up fighter who keeps ducking KSI for some reason while pretending he's not. And he mainly just kind of cries on Twitter. I don't know. He's pretty embarrassing. I didn't know anything about him until he started making a big hoopla and talking so much shit, and then he just keeps getting dunked on by everyone ever. So he's just kind of a joke. Maybe KSI didn't pay him enough? No, this was Dillon Danis' big payday. This was his cash cow. And then a week a week and a half before the fight, he's like, oh, I'm kind of achy. I kind of hurt a little bit. So he canceled. That wasn't it. He didn't have a team or coach. Oh, is that what his excuse was? Oh. I remember him like laying in a bed complaining and whining and then canceling. I couldn't remember what it was. Thanks to resub Kanuki and give sub Breezy and the Prime Smart. Thanks to the resub Boston. Am I doing another bad game night? Probably pretty soon. Won't be tonight though. He's a tier 1 expert in the resub JK. You see the new tech in Exodus from the Earth? I see all of the new tech. Are you talking about the momentum storage? Because that's the big one people are playing with right now. Yep, we're going to do Dark and Darker during the next playtest for sure, which is tomorrow. Did I see the Tekken finals? I did not. I missed it. Thanks to the resub demon. Yeah, Apex team made grand finals. We made match point too, but TSM squeaked it out before we could. We got 6th place overall. 6th in the world for our first LAN. Not bad. Not bad at all. And it made me want to get back into grinding Apex, which is dangerous. I think, and I've said this before, but I think I'm actually going to fully commit. Anytime a shooter comes out, I'm just going to play on controller. Aim assist it's too important. Like that playstyle of just being able to actually roll squads because of using a controller is too strong. I'm gonna relearn controller instead of mouse and keyboard. I'm going to the dark side. I'm sorry, Dankin, I've got to do it. I didn't know this until after. I thought Imperial Hal was still mouse and keyboard. He switched to controller like what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago? And they just won Landon. And Hal was fucking popping. Yeah, all of the top fraggers in the Landon were controller players. For example, on Moist Esports, Waltzy, I think, how many kills did he have? I think he had 15 kills today. Something like that. He's a controller player, and he'll tell you how strong that shit is. All of the top fraggers are controller. It's a great tool. So yeah, anytime a shooter comes out, I'm going controller. I'm committing. Oh yeah, Sweet is just built different though. Sweet's crazy. Sweet's wild. Mouse and keyboard better, L take. It's crazy how it's still always a debate. Like there's actual stats to prove that mouse and keyboard can, or sorry, controller can just do things mouse and keyboard can't because of the aim assist being able to insta track when someone makes a strafe. It makes just a split second track that a human being can't do. That alone at the highest level is a game changer. But mouse and keyboard does have advantages controllers don't have, but it's not when it comes to aiming. So there's trade-offs for both, which is why no team is full controller and no team, or I can't say no team is full mouse and keyboard because I think there is. But there's no full controller teams that I know of. There's always one mouse and keyboard player. Because it has advantages controller doesn't. Thanks the resub pussy and the prime Batman and the resub Jablinski. I think the last game I tried controller on was Warzone 2 because of how strong it was. I didn't do bad either. I think I only played like 5 games though, but I didn't do terrible. But I'm actually going to really commit to getting good with controller on shooters. Thanks the resub Haruki. You fragged on Halo controller? Well, that's because controller on Halo is actually broken. Like, that's not even a fair comparison. I don't know if they changed that, but playing controller on Halo is legitimately cheating. Anyone can frag out on Halo using controller. Thanks the resub. Hunch, Kai, and Camboozle. And the resub Chicken. Nice, Fate. 2033 is a good game. Thanks resub Mineral. Crazy, I see clips of people playing COD getting so mad when aim assist isn't working. Controller without aim assist is unusable. Like, controller literally needs it. If controller didn't have aim assist, there'd never be a debate. It's always mouse and keyboard. It like, legitimately needs aim assist to function. There are a couple people I know that, like, can... Who was it? I saw a clip on Twitter, like, a week ago. Jake posted from a guy who's, like, he's turned off aim assist on his controller and trying to prove that you can still be good without aim assist on controller, but there's only a few. Thanks a gift sub house. Aim assist in Apex doesn't work in the Bangalore smoke, it throws you off. Yeah, I saw that. That's why a couple teams were running Bangalore. Thanks the resub, Danny. Start training right now. I probably will. I'm gonna get back into grinding something. I don't know what yet. Dark and Darker I'm definitely gonna play during playtest, but I do want to start grinding something again. A shooter, that is. Maybe Apex. I do want to commit to like an actual controller grind. For real this time. I think he's a tier 1 caster in the resub Knifin and Lopez in Russia. Early days of Apex is what got me watching your streams. I used to be so fucking good at Apex, man. I used to be so nasty. I used to be so fucking good. Maybe it will be Apex. Try and reclaim the glory. You down to grind it again, Dankin? Get back in it? Thanks to the bit Swavy and the resub Geister and the Prime Ed. And the resub Zeitgeist. And the Prime Prophet. And you remember why you don't like it. I still think Apex has some of the most satisfying gunplay out. It's just Battle Royale formula, man. It grinds my ass. Like, sometimes there's just shit out of your control. And that's just the sad reality of it. And that always makes me upset. These are the bits 9R and Stick. Did you hear Meta shutting down the largest VR esport? Really sad. Yeah. Someone talked about that or mentioned that on stream the other day. I did see that. It was awful. Hey, Meta. He's the resub peen. When's the next Moisty Sports event? This weekend. Well, 6 days. 6 days. Rocket League. We're in the full swing of things now for Moist Esports. I think we're going to have a big tournament pretty much every week, every weekend. I think. Zach just got second place in Speedrun. Oh, let's go, Zach. Please tell me you've seen Logan Paul's tweet about understanding the universe. Thanks to some Hockey Man and Varix. No, I'll look it up. I figured out the universe. Infinity as a concept doesn't exist in natural universe. Sphere, circle equals God shape, celestial body. Universe is likely finite. 3 contained, 3 spherical. Time infinite. Eventually all stars will die equals no more light. That's an and? What? This is an and? I've never seen that. That doesn't look anything like a normal and symbol, but alright. Eventually all stars will die, no more light. If universe is contained, has an end, can we assume apple in a box theory? When everything is dead and dust and becomes a dense collection of matter because gravity, black holes everywhere. Bro, what did he go on like an ayahuasca trip or something? Like what the fuck is this? The universe essentially collapses on itself, high density and temperature, Big Bang. The universe repeats. Life is cyclical. We become the apple again. Conclusion. Nothing matters except the time we have now and each other. Love. A force of attraction similar to gravity. Black holes, wormholes, laws of physics no longer apply. Infinity exists. Multiverse. But who/what created and why? God. He's done it. He's achieved nirvana. He's in the mainframe of the universe. It's all laid out right in front of us. We can see her bare bottom. On the table, he has placed it upon us. We get to gaze into the infinite wisdom and see the universe for the truth of what it is. This is like some filler shit they'd have in like a B movie for a villain. Like right before the villain commits some kind of horrible atrocity, they're like flipping through his sketchbook and it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And then the next page is like burning bodies. These resub streaming Cleotetra, Chris, and the tier 1 government, and the resub Trippy, and Advocate. What in the moonfall? This is some very moonfall shit. I'm surprised he didn't go into like mega structurist kind of shit. Exactly, yeah. Moon hollow, but why? Because infinite temperature, but apple. Thanks for gift sub stoned. I don't think Logan's an idiot. I think he knows exactly what he's doing with this shit. I think he was hoping to get people talking by posting some lunacy. It didn't, I don't think it like really worked for him though. This didn't get like crazy engagement. He just kind of got laughed at, it seems. My man found the crystal skull. True. I think the resub emotional and Mac. He's trying to get people to buy Prime. I know. I am curious if Logan Paul actually converts and gets people to buy the product. Because I feel like it's KSI that actually does all of the heavy lifting. I feel like every promotional piece Logan Paul does is laughable. Like, I feel like he actively deters from people taking it seriously. Meanwhile, KSI fucking crushes it. Thanks to the resub. Cutie and the resub rubber. And emotional. And the 10 gift subs government. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Gideon snuck into the Gatorade facility to promote it. Yeah, I saw, and then he got DMCA'd for it. Yeah, I saw that. Gatorade takes that shit seriously, I guess. I was pretty surprised by that. I didn't think they'd care that much. Oh yeah, I mean, Prime's in the UFC now. The official drink. There's a Prime slush. And the resub Cal. See well, Austin. Thanks the resub Phantom. That would be pretty wild, Reagan. Did someone please tell me how someone who started Vines with his brother became worth this much money? Yeah, he was smart at marketing himself, and Vine was huge. So he just kept on the gas. Hit 255 on the bench. Hey, good shit. Congrats. That's huge. Any cool skips in the speedrun worth mentioning? Too many to even talk about. The Exodus from the Earth speedrun competition, the bounty for 10k, has been amazing. It is such a good fucking run. The amount of skips and glitches in this is unreal. Like, and even just watching it, knowing nothing about the game, it's still exciting. Bunny hopping is the main way of traversing because it's fastest. Game has fucking bunny hopping in it. It's so good. It's such a good speed game. How much has the world record gone down from the start? 40 minutes. They've shaved off 40 minutes, so right now world record is 28-29, and Zach just got second place a minute ago. And we see the top runs. Yeah, here, I'll show you a little bit of it. I'm not going to go through the whole run, obviously, but I'll show you some really cool tricks. So the first one here. So this right here, you're going to prop surf this up to the second story. And this is the biggest time save in the whole game. This skips 13 missions. And it uses a really cool technique for it. Oh, let me full screen it. Thanks to the resub, Elise. I think in total it saved... You're invincible, the enemies can't hit you, so you're gonna see a lot of crouch spam in between bunny hopping. I don't know why the quality just ate shit. So spam crouch makes you invincible, all the enemies miss. So then you pop that in, and then bingo, bango, bongo. Let me show you another really cool one. The whole run is just completely full of glitches. Every single part has cool tricks. Like this one, immediately you're just skipping right to the end by going out of bounds here by some precise jumps. And then you're going to see bunny hopping pretty much throughout here to save time. Right here, this whole section, the driving is fucking trash. The driving is miserable. This is by far the longest part here, but it has so many glitches even still. And still more being discovered every hour. So they found something called momentum storage. So if you save, load, and do a certain series of inputs, you get to preserve your momentum and you can just flip over all these barriers instead of having to worry about this. Let's do dam skip. Dam skip's a cool one. Where's dam skip here? But yeah, a lot of cool out of bounds shit. This one you do like a leap of faith here to skip like a huge chunk of the driving by going up on top of the mountain and dropping down. Did I miss dam skip already? Oh yeah, I did. No, did I? Wasn't it a little further up there, or no? Oh, it's right here. Damn, he did this so quick. So damn skip here. You kill these enemies. There's two ways of doing it. They already found a new way. I don't know if anyone's used it yet. But if you place a box on the wheels of that car, ride it up, destroy the box, it pops you through the ceiling for some reason, which skips a huge chunk of the level. He didn't even get it first try. He didn't even get his second try. And this is world record too. Like, there's still so much room for improvement. That's the crazy part. We haven't even reached the final form. Holy shit. But yeah, pushes you through, then you jump up here. Will I run it? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it a try. I usually just wait till the last week of the competition to run. But yeah, there's Damn Skip. Damn Skip's pretty cool. The new way I saw in the Discord is instead of using this box on the wheels, what you can do is you can just throw a grenade at it straight up and it'll push you through. So that'll probably save a ton of time. What's another really fun one? This one's the biggest headache. This is crane skip. So you have to throw your car at the crane. Thanks to the resub Pyrite and Obama and the Prime Pepper and Trolling. What's another one worth showing? This one's kind of cute. This is another out of bounds one with a really cool jump towards the end. Thanks to resub Draco. God, it's such a fucking good run. Mindo started running it too. I think he's 8th right now. And then here's the end of the game. End of the game is nothing too crazy. It's just leading the final boss into this and doing it the right way. That's like the only section in the game that doesn't have like a really big skip or a big glitch for it. Thanks to Prime NRH in very. Why does he keep moving his mouth? For bunny hopping. Thanks a bit, Kopi. Yeah, the reason they're whipping their screens back and forth is for bunny hopping. Thanks, Resub Cool Max. Is there ever going to be a glitchless version of one of these challenges? Fuck no, I don't really like glitchless runs. I think the glitches are what make it really fun. Why'd you tweet about 2 girls, 1 cup today? I don't know, it was on my mind. I've just been tweeting some shit. The one I made yesterday about Weddy Kruger I thought was cool, but then Lyle made a much better tweet right under mine about it. His was Spready Kruger. If you see his asshole in your dream, you see his ass in real life. It was fucking hype. I really like the concept of Spready Kruger. You're gonna pay for Twitter Blue to make money from your tweets? Oh, I mentioned that today. You must not have been here. So I saw Mr. Beats tweet about Elon monetizing tweets by, I guess, splitting revenue on ads under tweets. So I guess I did my due diligence. I actually paid for Twitter Blue, the most shameful transaction I've ever made. I'm gonna see if it's actually worth it. Because I gotta give credit where credit's due. He does seem to like actually be wanting people to be able to monetize their shit posts on Twitter. So I guess we'll see if it's worth anything. Trader. Hey, I don't blindly hate on things. I can't imagine it's worth any amount of money, but we'll see. Don't you think it's dumb to pay to make money? That's literally everything in the world. I think the whole idea of making money on Twitter is dumb. But if people can actually make a living from it, good for them. The more options people have making money, I see no issue with that. I'm not just gonna blindly shit on it if it's actually a good system. Isn't that YouTube as well? It's everything. You've been shitting on it for months already? Yeah, because there's been no good changes to it. That's not blindly shitting on it. That's seeing the changes and shitting on the changes that are shit. If this one's good, then I'll give credit where credit's due. And I've given plenty of credit. Like, he did take a huge dent out of the open pedophiles that use Twitter to prey on kids and openly talk about being pedophiles. That community's been decimated. I gave him huge kudos for that. I don't just blindly hate on shit. I really don't. So if his monetization for Twitter is actually good, I think that's great for everyone. I'm going to give it a try, see for myself if it's actually worth anything, so I don't just have to listen to the mindless dick riders that are going to praise it no matter what. You pay $7, if you make $10 off of your shit post, then I guess that's probably worth it. It's a pretty low bar, but I really don't think it'll hit it. I would be shocked if it's any meaningful amount of money. Thanks to Prime Stretch and the resub Buddy and Mackie and Kinney. Thanks to resub Divine. Oh! Someone said he just tied the world record. Did he miss it by 14 milliseconds? I've been watching a lot of his runs over the last 2 days. He's such a good runner, yeah. Is it Muty or Muddy? Thanks to resub Worst and Red Sox. The third place guy in here apparently just missed it by 14 milliseconds. Thanks to resub Akamaru. He had a .79 and the world record is a .65. Fuck, that's a heartbreaker. But again, it's only day 5. He's got so much time. I imagine, if I had to guess, I would say world record will probably finish right around the 24-minute ballpark. I can't imagine any more huge optimizations will be found or any massive time-saving glitches and tricks, but you never know. You never fucking know. Thanks, Toxic. What's the most impactful glitch so far? C13, it's not even close. C13 was a whole community effort, and it saved 30 minutes off the original run. The run was originally right here at an hour, 4 minutes, and that glitch alone shaved off a full 30. Thanks for the 4 gift subs, Jimmy. Who does the money go to then? So that's what we're gonna have to figure out. That I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. Because maybe, again, it's not over. There could still be a bigger glitch found. Or someone that finds more overall glitches, which is more time saved overall than that one. Like, all of that's super possible. So we don't know yet. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. Thanks for the bits, Jimmy. And the resub Gucci. And Invader. Ever thought about opening One Piece TCG? It's crazy successful. No, I don't really get into those anime card games, except Yu-Gi-Oh! But maybe, I don't know, I'll look it up if it's cool. I think it's resub obvious. Pokemon's an anime card game too. I don't play Pokemon though. I just collected. Things resub Fused in Soul. And the resub Josh. And give sub Bucky. And the resub Mimetic. And the resub Nelly. I saw PewDiePie is gonna be a dad. I saw the announcement. Congratulations. Thanks to resub Shustin. Thanks to resub Forever. Did you? No, I did not. Thanks to resub Did Coffee not tell you when the video would be up? The Dillon Danis one? No. I don't know when that one's going up, but I'm very excited. What's the most valuable thought you've had today? What a profound question. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Is the resub illegal? Is the resub not there, man? The resub Gary. Thanks to the Prime Jamilian and Tier 1 Step Sissy. And the resub Sneaky. Hey, man. Yeah, it was fun. We're definitely down whenever. Definitely have to do more raids. More Destiny. You see Code Blues using your God Slap music for their intros and outros. Oh, like I mentioned, man, the first song in the God Slap animation is not ours. That is a royalty-free track that a lot of things use. The second track is one Troy made based off of that one. So that one's the God Slap one. But yeah, that opening one, that's just a royalty-free one. Thanks to Tier 1 Swampy and the resub Shark. The resub Dan. And Tier 1 Ethical. You see the side-by-side comparison the day before trailer with Call of Duty that shows the similarities? Yeah, I'll pull that up though because it's kind of interesting. This one didn't sync it up super well. But basically, the day before trailer is almost shot for shot the Call of Duty one. In the beginning. There's the Prime Blurgs. There's the resub Jazz School. I did see that one, Liver. Yeah, I saw that earlier. There's a longer one. Yeah, there was definitely a better one I saw on Reddit. But it's not on YouTube and I don't feel like searching around for it. But you get the idea. The day before the gameplay thing went shot for shot with Call of Duty. Thanks, resub Ferb. How did the game even gain traction? That's what I was wondering. There were so many people super excited about it, but even going back to watch the announcement trailer, I can't get excited for it. Like, I don't get what the hype was. It just seemed like a really generic zombie game. But people went wild for it. Thanks, gift sub Liver. If you never liked DayZ, you'll never understand. Yeah, that might be the case too. I wasn't a huge DayZ guy. What do you mean am I planning on streaming the new Pokemon game? Is there another new one coming out? Like beyond Violet and Scarlet? I think day before copied a game called Night of the Dead. I mean, every zombie game kind of just seems similar. From Cringy Dad Gaming, what a name.
The Dead came onto Steam in early access in August 2020. It's had a fair few updates since
It just looks like generic, useless
from
garbage
scavenging
from
in the
Steam new releases. Thanks, Resub Zero Impulse. Kotaku just posted an article about a car crashing through a game store. It's wild. Like, it crashed through the game store on purpose to get games. Car crashes through the front of game store and trashes the place. Yeah, it just reverses straight through the doors. Without reading the rest of it, I'm going to imagine this is an elderly driver. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it down. I read the first paragraph. Whenever this shit happens, like clockwork, it's always an elderly driver. So it said the driver's unhurt, and it was saying that it's in Missouri. Do they have any info on the driver? But yeah, they just crashed straight through it. Yeah, Jesus Christ. So luckily missed everyone. Wow. Instantly. The driver was the grandparent of the person who dodged out of the way. Having spoken with the lady behind the wheel, she told him the throttle was stuck, and she had to slam it in drive to get it to stop going backwards, or she would have went through the entire building. Thanks to resub Vitrews. Ooh! And the 50 gift subs Zanzo. Holy shit, thank you for the fat drop. And tier 1 Huncho and gift sub No Pants and resub T Pants and Germa and Onyx. Thank you for the fat drop, Zanzo. Resub That Boy and Krisno. Wow, they really disliked Forspoken. Guess so. Almost without fail, anytime a car goes through a building, it's an elderly driver. You guys remember when I went over that story of the lady that's crashed through a veterinarian's office 2 times now? She has literally crashed through the same building twice. Or actually, no, it's not the same building twice. She has crashed through buildings twice. And she still gets to keep driving. That one was horrifying, though, because she crashes right through the reception area. There's animals right around the area. She even hits one of the ladies there. But luckily, everyone escaped pretty much unharmed. But yeah, she just fucking blasts right through it. I don't think it's a matter of the elderly shouldn't drive. The elderly just need to make sure they can still drive, so just do like a yearly test. I don't know. I feel like that should be just pretty simple. Just like, hey, just come and take a test, make sure it's all still good. I think it's just that easy. Look at tier 1 ski, and there's some beefy. Then again, it's not like we have robust public transportation infrastructure. Exactly, that's why I'm saying just do tests. Just to make sure. Thanks the bits teach on. She finished off the rest of the games. Yeah. So I initially thought this was some kind of hit and run thing because it accelerates after reversing. So I was like, oh man, this was some kind of coordinated attack. They really didn't like the trade-in price. But yeah, no, then they just come to a stop. Incredibly, this is the second time this has happened to the store, with the first instance coming at their old location. That's wild. Man, they are getting hunted out there. Same lady. Yeah, she was like trying to convince her grandson, like, "Hey, do you want you want to go to like a used game store today? I'll get you any game you want. We can just, I don't know, just kind of want to go to a used game store." There's the prime bleak. The bits hyena. Next to the 2 gift subs bleak. Hey, well, that was sweet. Well, thank you, Zanzo. Appreciate the generosity. They got the guy who drove inside a mall. Made a whole video on that guy. You talking about the guy back in 2017? Guy who drove through the entire mall from entrance to entrance. Or that wasn't a mall, actually. It might have been an airport. I can't remember now. Thanks to Resub Moms and Jake. What about the old woman that drove through the mall last year? I don't even remember her. Thanks to Resub Rumi and Little Cloud. I'm gonna watch DJ Khaled's performance at the Grammys. No, probably not. I do love Khaled though, but I don't even know if that's enough to get me to watch the Grammys. Thanks to Resub Corbs. And Tier 1 socks. He's performing God did. Oh, I hope so. The writing of Knock at the Cabin was awful. I can't get into spoilers. Like I said, conceptually it was cool, but it wasn't done well. Like, half of the shit that happens in that movie is completely worthless. It's hard to speak on without spoilers, though. Thanks, Resub Mew. And Rabbit. I left the theater infuriated. Well, I didn't leave it infuriated. Aaron and I saw it last night, and we both just kind of said the same thing. Very, eh. I think the Prime Justin in pee pee poo poo. Spoil it please. That movie looks dog shit. Bro, the movie just came out like 3 days ago. I'm not gonna spoil it. Talking about Knock at the Cabin, the new M. Night movie. This one. I've never even heard of that one, Swavey. So this is a no watch. I just don't think there's a lot to like about it besides the concept. Like, the concept is cool, but nothing else works well. We do a moist meter about it. I was considering it, but it's a movie I can't even really talk about without spoilers, so it's kind of worthless. It's just a very movie. The concept's in the trailer. It's a family goes to a cabin for a vacation, and then 4 mysterious people show up and say that in order to prevent the apocalypse, you're gonna have to kill someone in the family. So then it's all about making the sacrifice to save the world. Are these people insane or is it real? Kind of boring concept. I like the concept. It's interesting. It's a little silly, but it's interesting. The problem with the movie is I can't even talk about it without it being a big spoiler, or big spoilers rather. It's just, I don't know, it's just not done well. I think it's a tier 1. Eckhart and the Bits Numb and Crosby. Oh, good. Jesus Christ. And the 60 gift subs, Vol. Holy shit. Thanks for the fucking fat drop. And it's good to see you. I hope you've had a good week. Hope you're doing well, Vol. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I saw that earlier, Liver. Do a poll if people want spoilers. Nah. Maybe next week I'll talk about it. If people still care by then. I'm not going to do spoilers. I already know there's going to be people that actually want to watch it, so I won't ruin it. The trailer ruins it already? Does it? I don't think so.
We're talking about
sacrificing anyone.
For every no you give us, hundreds of thousands of people are going to die.
It's really happening.
Sweetheart, close your eyes.
No, it never seem to spoil anything.
Until you choose.
My son is gonna die. His name is Charlie. As a mother, I am begging you.
You're the only one who can stop this. Andrew, I saw something. There was something in the light. And I'm leaving.
If you fail to choose, the world will perish.
There is nothing to get.
Nah, it doesn't spoil anything. Thanks to the gift sub, Zeta. Check out the trailer for Pray for the Devil. Thanks to the resub, Goat. Did Chris Stuckman like it?
There's even a great Jehovah's Witness joke in this movie. And
there is a Jehovah's
it just
Witness
felt
joke.
So real and personal to me. Like, I came full circle in this moment. Like, being a Jehovah's Witness, seeing M. Night Shyamalan's movies, wanting to make movies, getting the fuck out of that place, making my
Thanks,
own
Chevy.
movie, going
He
to
did
see a
like
new
it? That's
Shyamalan
surprising.
movie, Jehovah's Witness joke.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that'd be a movie Chris Stuckman would really vibe with very much. I just don't think there's a whole lot to like about it beyond the concept. Like, even just going by pure cinematography, when there is a kill, obviously there's kills in the movie, they don't show it. The movie's rated R. They say fuck a lot. But anytime there's a kill, they just pan up so you don't see it, you just hear it, or pan down so you don't see it, you just hear it. So they don't even really do that. Like, there's just really not a whole lot to really like about the movie, I don't think, beyond the concept. Thanks, Resub, Derek, and Pterodactyl. Batista, good or bad acting? I think Batista's a really fun actor to watch. He's very entertaining, and he was good in the movie. Has nothing to do with bad acting. Is the movie good or no? I wouldn't say it's good. I certainly wouldn't call it good. The concept is good, the movie's not. Watchable? Definitely watchable. These a bit numb. Don't know what I'd give it on the moist meter. Not yet, I'm waiting for it to go on streaming, can go. Oh, did you see it, Dankin? I don't know, I actually preferred Old to this one. Old was like fucking silly. Like, fun. There's a resub raccoon. And the resub Domsicle. What? I don't even know what that means, Eckhart. Who's that? Am I hyped for the new John Wick? Of course I am. Someone summarize Old. People go to a beach and they age very quickly. That's the summary. It gets so fucking weird though. Like, the children become teenagers and then one of them like instantly gets pregnant. It's fucking weird. It's so silly. Thanks, a resub, Carney. Not sure, Mindful. That's a good question. I did like The Visit, like I said. The Visit was fun. I didn't know that was an M. Night movie, but it was fun. Well, I played the new Chilla art game. 0% chance. I cannot stand the Chilla art games. They're so boring. Holy shit, no way. What's that? It's those fucking horror games. Every single time a new one comes out, chat tries to make me play it, and I eventually give in and play it every time. Like the convenience store one, the apartment one where you're collecting fucking crumpled paper with nothing happening. I've done like 6 of them. Every single one of them is progressively more boring than the last somehow, with even less going on. I can't stand the Chilla art horror games. Holy shit, I can't stand them. Like, they actually make me mad. Like, it feels like a deliberate waste of time. Thanks, Resub Appiology. The Resub Chevalier. Which one's better, Destiny 2 or Warframe? Depends on what you're looking for. Warframe, the grind is super, super fun. Destiny 2, the grind is fucking miserable. But Destiny 2 has amazing raids. You're insane if you think Warframe grind is in any way fun. You serious? You don't like making builds? And you don't like power scaling out the wazoo? I think Warframe grinding is super fun, because the gameplay is just fucking fun. But I guess if you just play like meta slave builds forever, it might get boring. Then I could probably see it. Any new fun conspiracies? I don't think so. I don't think there's been any new conspiracies that have popped up recently. You know which one really piddled out? 5G. I don't hear anyone whining about 5G anymore. That was a cool one for a little while. We need to bring that one back. "5G killed them all." Oh, maybe. We don't hear about it anymore because they're all fucking dead. Thanks, Resub Zyko. Yeah, they also burned that 5G tower. That made it less comical. They literally lit one of the towers on fire and then started shooting at the tower workers or whatever. Yeah. So it wasn't like harmless, but my god, was that super fucking silly. Like how can you not laugh at people that actually think 5G was doing all that shit they were claiming? Pretty much everything in the world got blamed on 5G for a little while. Thanks, resub phase. And the resub Rue. And the Prime Soju. What'll happen if 6G comes? Oh, yeah, that is going to be good. That'll be huge. The sequel. Remember when 5G caused the coronavirus? Oh, of course I remember when 5G made the coronavirus. I also remember when 5G made autism. What else? Fuck, there was another big one. 5G and something. Yeah, of course. I think the Prime Happy Hentai and the resub Jinx. And the Bits Swavy. And the resub Trip. "5G caused me to shit myself at school once. Who could forget?" 5G sending all kinds of ionizing radiation into everyone's colon, making us poop our pants in embarrassment. Mm-hmm. Amen, brother. I wouldn't forget. I'm gonna fill up my water real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thanks to resub, Bob, STB, Cheese, and Trip. And the resub Dragon Harp. There's a conspiracy on his height? Yeah, maybe. Thanks resub Slendiest. Hey, Cannoli. Hope you're well. You see the lady who got broken up with on an airplane and had a full meltdown, and the flight attendants had to hold her down. Yep. I saw. Pretty stinky. Thanks, Resub Hippo. Can we see? I guess. It's not really fun, though. It's just like ear piercing.
This is definitely a very interesting situation. In a video that took place on this...
Just show me the raw.
Fuck off!
Oof.
Hey, ma'am, where are your bags?
Thanks, Resub Giuseppe. Yeah, that goes on for a long time, and it gets very, very, very loud. Thanks for the bit, Sylvie. Terrible place for a breakup, though. Thanks to the bits, Prime Slime. How do you think that was going to end? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his plan was. It's a terrible idea, really. He was gonna parachute out. Yeah, maybe. Tell her it was a prank and nothing more. Ah, that would be a good plan. That's how you save it. Now that you're going to be put on the no-fly list, I can reveal that it was actually just a joke. Hey, thanks, Lobes. Yeah, that was great. 6th place in our first LAN, our first Apex major. I was happy. We were on match point. We could have won too. One more game, I think we would have had it, I believe. TSM got real lucky. Thanks to Resub, Bubble, and Rubber Ducky. Have I heard of the new fixed NFL conspiracy? Yeah, of course. I think the tier 1 burnt. And the resub dizzle. And the bits blue. And the resub puppy. You been enjoying the Last of Us show? Yeah, I haven't seen the episode 4 yet, but so far, yeah, it's good. Thanks a resub. Eddie Soul. Oh, did Thrillseeker make a whole video on the Echo VR thing? Yeah, I know the situation. Meta shut them down. Thanks for resub Kiori and Buck in the Prime Maju. Why? Here, I'll let him explain it. I haven't seen this video, but I know he's going to cover it.
Meta has their priorities way wrong. They really don't give a crap. So this situation is a whole lot scummier than I originally thought. Last video, we talked about Meta out of nowhere completely shutting down one of the most popular VR games out there. And in that video, I honestly was pretty mad, something that doesn't happen very often. I'm not an angry person. And to be real, I'm not even in the Echo community. I don't have thousands of hours in Echo VR. I've never even heard of it. I care about the game. I think it should be preserved. But what's really hitting me right now and is making me feel more than anything else is seeing the Echo community just so gutted after having their game ripped from them. And there's nothing they can do about it. It really feels like the company that we're all attached to, whether you like it or not. You know, one of the only real drivers in the VR industry is just abandoning a huge part of its core community. And that hurts, whether you care about Echo or not. And I really think Meta is making a big mistake. So I wanted answers. Why is this happening? Why kill a game with tens of thousands of active users? And is this really how Meta is going to operate?
Because that's just Facebook in a nutshell, baby. Well, that's just Meta in a nutshell, baby. Fuck everyone, fuck everything. We're just gonna lose money and you can't stop us. And that's the whole game plan. Thanks to the resubs Zarav and Gav. That'd be pretty cool, Sylvie. Yeah, the game's basically Blitzball in space.
And well, I think I have just about all of the answers, and you're probably not going to like them. But I will say that there's a very real chance we can save Echo VR and send Meta a message. But let's start from the top. I think it's really important to acknowledge a massive internal change that happened at Meta recently. John Carmack has been the CTO, or at least consulting CTO, of Oculus for the past 10 years. He's been instrumental in everything that Oculus has done since its inception. And well, as you know, just 2 months ago, he left that position.
I actually
Andrew
didn't know that.
Basically took over as CTO of all of Meta mid last year. And well, Carmack no longer having a say in the VR side of things has pretty obviously completely changed the philosophy of how Meta handles VR. And I think it's pretty easy to see exactly why. Swapping chief technology officers of a future technology company, even if Carmack wasn't full-time, is almost like a company brain transplant. On one hand, Carmack comes from a pretty
which is one of the big problems that Halo Infinite faced, because they kept losing some upper level, like, senior project leads. So every time they got replaced, the whole vision started to change, and everything kept getting muddier and muddier and muddier, and then you get the absolute fucking mess that Halo Infinite became. That's why making those kind of massive swaps in the middle of projects is always a fucking disaster. Thanks to resub Bryce, Chronic, and the gift sub Plasm, and the resub Cosby. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Squeefus. Well, hope you're doing better now. Hope things are looking up for you, man. And thanks to the bits, Core, and Swavy. What are all these massive companies... What are with all these massive companies making horrible decisions? I don't know, man. Just dumb? Making just dumb decisions? I really just feel like it's obviously money-driven, but to the point of delusion, where they don't stop and think about, like, how other things can make money as opposed to shutting things down. There's a resub. Rag. No, I didn't hear that at all, Sylvie. Jesus.
pretty legendary background of being a gamer and game designer. His takes are not always perfect, but his core beliefs generally align far closer with pro-consumer and pro-gamer.
Yeah, he's been in the industry for so
Good
long,
for
of course they
us.
would.
He is the reason why we have gotten so many extra features on the Quest 2, like 120 Hz, for example. And Bosworth, on the other hand, is cut from totally different cloth. He's been at Facebook since 2006, and he made his claim to fame within the company, making Facebook money as the vice president of ads. That's right.
Hey, what a great fit for gaming. That sounds amazing. Let's take the vice president of ads and put him on the gaming space. That's just a seamless fit. Fuck yeah. That's the boss, baby. He's a tier 1. Struck in the prime. One Nut and Tanner. One Nut, Nathan, and Tanner. Why the hell would he be put on the gaming space? What do you mean? Gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Taking a guy who's all about just making money off like ads and shit, trying to monetize the gaming space, 100%. That's why they put him there. Plus, Meta lost like fucking, Jesus, what was it, like hundreds of billions of dollars or something in valuation over the last year? They're desperate. So they're gonna sick the boz on the metaverse, on the gaming space.
Right, essentially, Boz is the father of mobile Facebook ads. And now, this is the guy in charge of VR. We had a gaming legend, and now we have the legend of advertisements in charge of VR. And as
but look how cool he
hilarious
is.
and sick as that is, it's not a joke. This is the state of Meta and their VR department right now. And I want you to think of that as we get into this AMA he
Jesus
just
Christ,
posted on
Ghoul.
Instagram,
Thank
where
you.
he explains exactly
Holy shit,
why
thank you,
Echo
Ghoul.
VR is getting shut down.
So what happened here? It just dwindled. You know, the user base is small. It's loyal as all get out, but it's small. It's measured in, you know, the low 10,000s. Those resources could be put to other uses that I think will be useful to the now tens of millions of people who are in VR. And at some point, you have to make those choices.
So,
The tens of millions of people in VR, I can assure you, are not in the metaverse. Brother, that place is barren and empty. That place is like every 16-year-old outcast's birthday party. There is nobody in there. So yeah, there is a lot of VR users these days, and I'll tell you where they're not. The fucking metaverse. They're on like Gorilla Tag and shit like that. Thanks to Tier 1 Flight Crew and the Prime Cat. Really appreciate that fat drop again, Ghoul. It's good to see you. I hope you've been well. It's been a little while. Thanks to Tier 1 Bong Lord. Resub Dank. Yeah, I know. Him calling 10K small obviously just shows how delusional he is when it comes to like player-based numbers, because this is an ad space guy. 10,000 people is nothing to him. When he's working with like Facebook mobile ads and shit, that is barely a blip on the radar. That is a completely meaningless number to him. So he can't really separate that number in the ad space to the gaming space. Because a 10K, and I think it was, I imagine it was more than 10K. But even just a 10K user base on a multiplayer VR game is pretty fucking good. That's a strong community. Thanks to the Prime BTS and the resub T Money, Big Boy, and Give Sub Spunk, and the resub Rodriguez.
That's out of the bag. It's not a money thing. It turns out that Meta and Ready at Dawn have decided that it isn't worth the effort and development resources it would take to keep Echo VR alive. Or as Boz says, it's not worth the human capital, which is a very non-human way to refer to talent.
That's such a
Sad because these
Facebook
things
way
are meant to
of
be
saying
people. They
shit.
had real value and purpose, and they had intention, and they brought people together, and that's what we're trying to do as a macro thing. But I do need to think about return on investment. And I'm not talking about money back to Meta. I'm not talking about trying to make money. I'm talking.
That's good, because Meta doesn't make money. And you know who's not going to solve that problem? Goofball Boz. So I'm glad that's not on the priority list, because that shit is not happening.
Talking about the return on the human capital, the people that could be doing something that's going to affect millions of people, but instead they're trying to keep something alive that affects 10,000s of people. I love how deeply it affected those people, but I just got to make those calls. It's part of my job.
His job is legitimately to be hated. This guy has done nothing that people appreciate except for soulless corporate suits. This guy is a fucking chronic loser. He is an ad space guru. He pumps ads to kids on Facebook and now shuts down games that people like. This guy's entire position is to just be disliked. To be an unlikable heel. What a fate. What a fucking fate. Thanks to the gift sub Bong Lord and the resub farm. And the bits vixen. Corpo slime. I mean, pretty fucking much, man. Yeah.
Ooh, Boz, you can talk about how you want to make things that affect millions of people in VR, but frankly, Meta has never made anything even close to that scale that people want to use in VR.
True,
Anything
super
and
true.
everything even close to successful that Meta has ever done in VR has just been an acquisition. And anytime you've acquired something, that core product actually gets worse. And this is the best example of that. You say Echo has diminished in users, but beyond cosmetic paid DLC, the game hasn't really been updated at all since it came to the Quest 3 years ago. And half the game,
I didn't know it was
in my
that old.
opinion, the better half of the game, Echo Combat, just never came to the Quest at all. It's stuck on PC for no reason. And at this point, it's honestly impressive that Echo still has a community as large as it does at all. But
Wait, so is Echo... Did they still have a component elsewhere off of the... Boz domain? Thanks to give sub DTS. So you can still play Echo VR, just not this version of it? Oh, because they haven't taken it down yet. Oh, okay. I'm talking about when they take it down. Are they affecting the one that is outside of the Quest? Like, are they taking the one that is on PC? Does the whole thing come down? Like, the PC one comes down too? Yeah, because they're shutting off all the servers. Got it. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for resub J in Alaska.
now you say you want to make applications that affect millions of people? Well, you know, I think a pretty good way to get there is to start with the formula that has already deeply affected the tens of thousands first. Then you can iterate on that formula, make that community feel good, bring things that are additive, bring updates. Then eventually you build up to get to millions through organic growth. That's how you get people to actually want to use VR. But you wouldn't know anything
Watching
about
this game
because
reminds me
you've
of
never
watching that
done
underwater
before, and don't even
water
try
hockey.
to wave Horizon around. The only reason you've gotten so many members for Horizon is because you've strong-armed every single Quest user to sign up for the service. You force them. That's not how organic, strong communities are built. And in Echo's case, you're just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So, there's no doubt going to be people that think I may be being ridiculous for
Thanks, Mr.
making
Brandon, the
videos on
Prime
this,
Log.
or that I'm blowing things out of proportion. And you know what? For some people, I'm sure that's true. Some people really don't care and they'll just bend over and take it from any corporation that'll give it to them. But really, why do I even care? It's just a game.
I
that
will
don't
say though, as far as corporations go, I think Meta has the least amount of meat swallowers in the world. Everyone from every walk of Earth hates Facebook and Facebook as a company. Like, no matter where you are in the world or with your beliefs, everyone equally fucking hates it. I don't see many people ever defending it. I see some metaverse brainwashed people, but those are very small in number. Thanks to resub Milk and the bit silly. Their machine learning development is actually really important for some developer stuff, but that's low level. Is that one of the acquisitions they made? Some kind of machine learning company? Thanks to Tier 1, Marcus. Yeah, I saw Dan.
And play all the time. But here are the two big things that really bother me. One is that I worry that VR gaming in the future is just going to slip down this gross, borderline illegal bottom barrel of the gaming industry, games as a service model for everything. And that Echo VR is just the beginning and Meta is leading the way. This games model is literally the worst in all of gaming, and I don't want it to super infect VR. But the second thing is that it really doesn't have to be this way. We are just so close to not having to deal with these issues. In fact, this is so true that Mr. Adman and John Carmack both agreed that Echo VR would be alive if it was Carmack's decision.
John would not have shut down Echo VR.
And that's what bothers me. We're this close and there are so many things Meta could do. Here's from John Carmack, quote, even though there are only 10,000 active users, destroying that user value should be avoided if possible. Your company suffers more harm when you take away something dear to a user than you gain and benefit by providing something equally valuable to them or others, end quote. He then goes off to give multiple solutions that they could have done, like just dropping to absolute minimum support, putting a single developer on the project, or spinning off the project entirely, letting a developer take it outside of Meta, something that other companies do pretty often, or open sourcing it, something that they certainly will not do. But instead, the worst case scenario is going to happen. Echo is going to become lost media, completely inaccessible beyond August 1st, and it didn't have to be this way. Meta is just too lazy and they don't care enough to do the absolute bare minimum for one of its most passionate communities. In case you're wondering why I'm so riled up and why you should care about this, is because this is just the first domino. This is
I mean, honestly, it's far from the first. What was... I'm gonna blank on the actual good game that had this happen, but an example off top of mind is The Culling 2. No one played that game, to be fair. They made the right decision taking it down, but you don't own your games. At any moment, they can just take that shit away. No matter what game, no matter what community you spawn from, it doesn't matter. At any moment, it just goes away. Entirely up to them. Like, it's not like this is a new trend. It might be new to VR. That's possible. But if they're just like, yeah, we don't really want to support this anymore, it's just coming down forever. Thanks to the resub Airbird and Bobby. Yeah, you buy access to a game for a brief period of time until they finally deem it no longer financially viable, and then bye-bye. You do not own your shit. That's the digital world. Yeah, it's basically just completely, like, just trust, like, hey, you're not going to just, like, take this down, or you're not going to, like, take away my access to my Steam account, right? It's like, no, we won't do that. Because, I mean, like, the second you lose access to your Steam account, your games are gone. You don't own them. Steam does. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? The generosity tonight. Thank you for the 50 gift subs, Bobby. Holy shit. Thank you for that, Bobby. It's good to see you. Hope you've had a good week. There's the 2 gift subs, Dan. EA just did that with Apex Mobile. They brought the game down along with all microtransactions that the players bought with it. Yeah, that one's super fucked. No refunds for that either. And that's a great example that just fucking happened. That one is literally days old. Resub Regan and Faye. They took money from people for cosmetics right up until they announced it was going to be shut off. Scummy. That's just so trash. Holy, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Thanks for resub SKP. And another 50 drop ghoul. Jesus Christ, ghoul. Thank you again for that. Thank you so much, ghoul. Pirating is full of virus, Trojan, password, etc. It's a whole toxic economy you don't want. Well, I mean, yeah, piracy obviously comes with its set of risks, but it's 2023. I imagine most people are knowledgeable on torrenting safely. And I don't know why companies don't realize that. The second you make it more of a hassle to, like, pay for a game, they're just going to go right to piracy. And in a lot of cases, they get a more complete product. Some of the, like, DRM they use makes the games run worse than if you had just pirated them. So you're paying for a worse service than if you had just fucking pirated, in some cases. So, I don't know why companies just don't realize that yet. They are the ones that are about to create the next wave of piracy. Thanks to the resub Stales, Levitate, and the gift sub Breeze, and the resub Cinnamon Toast. And the bits Crosby and Hyena. And tier 1 EJP. And the Prime Duroxin. Echo VR has need everyone's help to save Echo VR. It has 3 to 4 yearly LAN events and multiple esports leagues. Has a dedicated user base, putting money into making it the biggest VR esport. Yeah, so when this story broke, I kept seeing it touted as like the biggest VR esport. I don't really keep up with the VR scene much, so I wasn't very familiar, but I still think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I know that channel, Adeka. Thanks to resub Ashley. Exit Prime Bacon. Hope someone sets up their own servers for this. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be unlikely, especially with a company like Meta, and especially with a soulless weirdo like Boz. If someone tried to set up like their own private server, like if they tried to do what City of Heroes did, for example, I feel like Meta is the company that would 100% come after them legally. So I think there's a 0% chance of that happening. So once it goes down, it'll stay down. It's ridiculous to think pirating is virus-free. What? What are you? Do you work for the company or something? Like, yeah, obviously there is a lot of torrents and shit that come with viruses, but there's also plenty that aren't. Have you just like had a bad experience and just assume all of it's evil? I don't know when the last time you torrented something is, but I mean, again, it's 2023. Most people are knowledgeable on being safe online when it comes to pirating. Being safe online in general, absolutely fucking not. But people become savants at piracy. I don't think many people are falling for the old Trojan malware and shit like that from bad torrents. But maybe I'm wrong. These resub Ryonics. Thanks a bit, Sylvie. Io, where'd you just go? What are you doing? What are you doing? I saw you walk in here making some noises. Thanks to the big tier 2, Blub. Appreciate it. There's definitely still a fighting chance to save Echo. So does Thrillseeker do a call to action here? Because I don't really know how you save it beyond making a big stink online. And normally I'd say that does have a chance, but with meta, I just don't think they give a fuck. I really don't.
Gonna keep happening, and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. That's why I'm trying to stand up now. And if you don't do it in 2 or 3 years, you're gonna wish you did, because you give them an inch and they'll take a mile. Okay, tangent over. As promised, there is actually a really good chance at saving Echo VR. This sort of goes against the end user license agreement, but honestly, I read through the EULA, and depending on where you live,
what a hero,
this document
Jesus.
is borderline gray area illegal anyways. It's one of those BS you don't own the game, we just give you a license to use it things, which would never hold up. And by the way, this even goes for Lone Echo, the single player part
I don't know,
of the
that
game.
might hold up.
If you bought that game, well, according to this EULA, you don't even own a copy of it. But anyways, saving Echo. Meta has made their decision that they're not going to put any extra effort into preserving Echo. So we're gonna have to do it ourselves. Luckily, we have a savior. Someone out there has created a functional mod loader for Echo VR called the Vega mod loader. This has been used specifically in the past for professional Echo tournaments, mainly to change the server to play in a LAN environment. And
those are kind of crazy
also
setup
some
here.
other adjustments with the Vega patch. But this mod loader has been completely closed source, with a good reason, mostly to make sure that cheating within Echo was not a thing through the mod loader. And well, the creator of the Vega mod loader, Alden101, is going to make this entirely open source as soon as the servers go down, allowing anyone to mod Echo VR, Lone Echo, and Lone Echo 2 to do literally whatever you want with it. Add content, maps, change the rules.
But you absolutely
eventually
can't play it with
maybe
others.
change the servers. We don't need peer-to-peer. We don't need open sourcing. All we need is either for Meta to provide the decrypted server information that the community can create emulated servers, or the community is going to eventually reverse engineer the servers. Whether that takes months or years to do, which it could take years, they're going to do it. So if they're...
Yeah, they absolutely can do it. Like they absolutely could do that, and what would happen is Meta would sue them. It'd be a cease and desist if they keep going. That is exactly what happened initially with City of Heroes, and they ended up running private servers in secrecy for like 8 years, which was in a very big legal gray area. What are you doing, Io? Why are you trying to eat the trash can? I really do hope that they don't do that, because there's absolutely no harm in having the private servers. It doesn't hurt Meta's bottom line. Or what are you doing? What is going on over there? It does nothing to Meta's bottom line. It does nothing to their company. It is completely a victimless thing to just have private servers of Echo VR persist. But these companies are fucking cutthroat, and I feel like Meta is definitely going to be one of the worst ones for it. Thanks to resub Nero and Zombie. Two more Echo LAN events are this year, spending over 200k combined, put on by the community members and leagues, but we can't get Meta to put the same money into the game. Well, that I'm not surprised about at all. They don't care about the game. So they're saying your player base is small when you're over 10k on a 3-year-old game. So they clearly just don't get it. They're not knowledgeable in the space. So of course they're not going to be spending $200,000 on anything related to Echo VR. But you would hope that they'd at least keep it live. Or at the very least let the community take it private. Thanks to the resub, Fed.
There is one thing that Meta could do, and this is the targeted message that we need to request from Meta. Do the bare minimum to keep this community alive. Give the packet to the community to give them the ability to emulate servers. That is all we need. They've got the mod loader, give them the ability to emulate the servers. And Echo can live on forever just like it should, in the same energy as Quake or Halo custom servers or the original Dota mods. We can do it. This is a totally possible thing. All Meta has to do is the bare minimum. Oh man. So this was a very emotional string of videos. There's anger and sadness and just this whole mix of feelings. But we've finally reached the conclusion of this two-parter. And I gotta say, I am so excited to go work on some hardware videos now that aren't so loaded. But I also hope that you guys got to see a little bit behind what's going on at Meta right now.
Hey, I got more reasons to hate Meta.
They're just a company making VR stuff,
love that.
and they're doing a lot for the industry, but they're also fumbling over and over again and making kind of evil decisions. And I only make these videos because Meta is always so close to doing the right thing, to doing the thing that people want, but they keep making these terrible decisions, and it's like you love something so much that you're more critical about it because you care. And that's just where I'm at right now, and I hope y'all understand. I'm not trying to be melodramatic, but when I see folks in the VR community literally get trampled on, man, it really riles me up and it feels terrible. But at least know, even if I'm a little melodramatic, I always got your back. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought below. Much love, Thrill out.
That was good. That was an extremely informative look at exactly what was going on. I had a baseline understanding of what was happening, but this was a lot deeper into it. So now I have an antagonist.
To play with, thermal space to play.
Boz. Old Boz Tank. Thanks to Prime Bobby. And the resub Steve. And not yet Sylvia, I haven't seen it. Oh yeah, well wait. When was that? I vaguely remember that, Kreb. But that would definitely be up there. Thanks to Prime Broken. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate it, Kai. Take on Gravity, they make jetpacks. I can check that out. He's the Prime Ghost. Are you sad Distortion isn't running Exodus? I am. I would have really liked to see him run Exodus. I think this would have been a game right up his alley. I think it's a really technical and cool one that he would have enjoyed. So yeah, I am a little sad, but I understand he's running the new route for Elden Ring. At least I think he's still running that, right? It was like 4 days ago. I think he's still doing it. I think he's a tier 1 Roranoa. Roranoa and the resub Goth Boy. You gonna play Yomi Hustle? Don't know it. Probably not. These are some Dingleberry. Next the resub Adrone. And then give sub Zesty. Buy physical copies from local game stores to support your local gaming community. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Thanks, resub Buttman. Thanks to the resub Toasted. That sounds cool, Sylvie. The Ignite channel for Echo VR stuff. I feel like I just saw a good chunk of it. I just haven't seen any of the pro scene, the esports for it. Thanks to resub Ryan. But since I don't know the game, I don't think I'd really understand a lot of what was happening. Did you see Massachusetts is offering prisoners time off their sentences for donating organs? Yeah. I did see that. Thanks to the resub guitar and the bits dusty. That's dystopian. Man, that word's getting tossed around a lot right now, but not wrong either. It's not like it's an incorrect usage of it. That shit is kind of dystopian. Imagine well, that would have been a really dumb idea. Well, not true. Imagine like you're an inmate, you run like one of the prison gangs. Couldn't you just start like taking people's organs and like, you know, doing it for them, and then you get time off your sentence because you're collecting extra organs? Treat that shit like some kind of crazy fucking video game. Start stockpiling the other inmates' organs. Have your own little empire. Keep it on ice. Thanks to the gift sub psychotic. In the prime simi. Not sure they would accept already removed organs. I guess, yeah, you never know. What if there's this dude in prison who's just got like fucking banging kidneys, but he doesn't want to donate them, you know? He's being selfish. Well, then you can consult the, I don't know, the dirty boys, and they'll get the kidneys for you. And then they get time off their sentence for it. I'm going to take a little tinkle real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm back. Marvel Studios, the Marvels trailer came out and looks mega stinky. Thanks, Resub Chevro. The fuck is the Marvels? Marvel Studios, the Marvels. Captain America or Captain Marvel 2 movie. This is actually Captain Marvel 2. Where's the official upload? None of those are real. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an official upload, so it's probably not real. Yeah, this is definitely not real. Thanks, Risa Booty in the Prime Crit. Don't forget Take on Gravity. Oh, right, the jetpacks. Oh, I know this channel. Yeah, this shit's cool. This shit's very cool. Yeah. I've seen this. I want to do that. Yeah, until you fucking crash and hurt yourself. It's a cool, I love the idea of doing it, but I would absolutely fucking explode. It would be a catastrophic accident almost instantly. You need arm strength. You need arm strength, coordination, all that shit. True, Oat.
I got about that far. Yeah. That was perfect.
Thanks, Reese Mikey. Yeah, nah, that shit's cool. I've seen that. How long till 99 Slayer? I haven't been grinding for the last, 2 weeks at least. It is so hard to get motivated to grind Slayer, man. I don't know why. It's just so fucking boring grinding that. Thanks to Tier 1 Baby True and the Prime Steve. You're so close. I know. It's my last skill, too. It's just so fucking boring. No, I definitely don't think it did Sylvie. No shot. It would have been posted by Marvel if it did. Didn't you say Slayer was the fun one? Yeah, I just didn't realize how fucking frequently you get awful tasks. Because when I think of Slayer, I just think of bossing. I just didn't even register getting such shit tasks so often. It's miserable. Thanks the resub, Chim and Sophia. These are the 2 gift subs, press 2. And the bits maybe true and newt. Maybe true. I just don't know the game well enough, Newt, so I don't think I'd be able to appreciate it. Aniplex USA posted it though. A Demon Slayer Season 3 trailer. I'm sure chat would have spammed me to watch that already. This? Is it this? He's a tier 1. Next to the tier 1, dad left and the bits Sylvie. Is his voice actor reels? Yeah, this is all season 2. Search Swordsmith Village Arc. The from 9 months ago, yeah, I saw this. This isn't new. It's just leaks that came out. No, they said Aniplex posted it. I don't see anything new here. All good, Sylvie. Season 3, episode 1 leaked. Gotcha. Anime is carried by crisp animation, everything else is ass. Yeah, it's fine though, because it's pretty unapologetically tropey. What sets it apart is just how beautiful all of the animation and the action is. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being carried by that. I don't think the story's like bad or anything, it's just very cliche. Damn, having a bad night, huh, Cheese? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, exactly. Execution's all that matters. And they do a great job with it. I mean, that's that tax evasion shit, baby. You got that deep pockets. There's a Prime laughing. Ufotable puts that to good use. Thanks, Resub Ghostface. In the Prime chair. In the Prime Skylark. And Tier 1 Maxi Pad. And Resub Hero of Time. You heard Genshin Impact getting an anime with Ufotable. Yeah, of course I heard about that. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Thanks for Prime Muffin. Am I excited for Creator Clash? Of course I am. The last Creator Clash was great. I think this one's gonna be even better. There's the Prime Hisoka. The bit Sylvie. I'm fine with it, Sylvie. I just wish they'd come up with a better naming scheme for it. Are you going? Yeah, I'm doing commentary again. Thanks for the gift sub, press 2p. Do you think they'll ever make a good Berserk anime? Nah, I doubt it. I don't know. They just cannot do that justice for some reason. But they had good ones in the 90s, apparently. I just haven't seen them. He's a tier 1 CD player. They did do Chainsaw Man justice. I enjoyed that. They're doing this final Bleach push Justice 2, I think. Yeah. The newest Bleach season's good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know about that, MCO. And the resub Ricky. Yeah, is that the whole Elsagate thing? I've heard of that, Kai. Elsagate's coming back in a big way. What do you mean, what? You don't remember Elsagate? This shit? This was big for a while. But apparently it's coming back. Have you seen the Orangutan Jungle School? Yeah. That was really cute. That show's very cool. Wait, that's not what the channel's called, is it? What's the name of the channel? The one that actually has the school. I guess it'll probably just come up if I just type it in. Yeah, it's the Smithsonian channel. It's fucking adorable. Thanks to resub Granny. And Voids and Wilhelm. And Ricky. I'm sure there's no exploit or abuse in there. If I remember correctly, it's an animal sanctuary, so they took in orangutans that were already like unhealthy or in danger or at risk, and they brought them in to nurse them back to health, and then just conservation, really. I don't think there's anything scummy. They just film it. Thanks to resub Woods and Troyd. No, I don't know what that's about, Sylvie. Thanks to the Prime Green Fire. You ever hear about how Nike abused Olympic athletes they sponsored a few years ago? That was a huge thing for quite some time. I remember it was the female track star. I don't remember her name. But there was a whole thing. Yeah, I was the fastest girl in America until I joined Nike. And it was a whole big thing that came to light about their program and exactly what they do there. Yeah, I'm familiar. That was pretty wild, Sylvie. Jesus. Yeah, I feel like I knew the other stuff stick, just not the stuff he covered today. Thanks for some fire and Davey. Yep. I'll be playing Dark and Darker. Dark and Darker later tonight. Thoughts on Kyrie joining Dallas? At least Luka gets some help. Thanks to the Bits Maxi Pad. Yep, comes out tonight. New playtest. It comes out at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Oh, 7 a.m.? Okay, 7 hours. I won't be playing it in 7 hours, but 7 hours till it drops. What's your favorite Cybreed song / album? Favorite album, probably Antares. Favorite song, Plasmaterial, probably. The Prime Breezy. I don't have a Quest stick. I have a Index. That seems like a good that seems like a good place to live in there, Sylvie. Thanks to Resub Compton. Oh, I watch the AI Seinfeld a lot. AI Seinfeld is beyond captivating. I love AI Seinfeld on here. That shit goes so hard. You hear about the streamer that killed his mom and hid out in a bunker in Tennessee for 4 days until they found him? No. I don't see anything about that. Sounds horrible though, but I don't see anything about that looking it up. You're gonna make video updates on your dad's flight sim? Well, it's not really a flight sim. He has a racing sim. But he has like the flight stick and everything for War Thunder. He's been gaming in a lot of different things. I downloaded a bunch of different games for him, so he's been trying a lot. He really likes Forza. He thinks everyone's kind of shit though, because he always wins. He really likes Halo as well, but he says he's really bad at it. He says he's having trouble opening doors, which I don't exactly know what that means. But yeah, I'm going to go over and teach him how to open doors, I guess. But yeah, he's been really enjoying the other games. Does Halo have doors? That's what I wondered, because it's all like automatic doors. I imagine he's not completing the objective, so the door is naturally not opening, but he doesn't know like there's an objective he has to complete beforehand. So I'll have to see what's gone awry. There's a prime forest. The Guinness World Record for most watermelons slapped in a minute. Most watermelons slapped in a minute. Your hand would hurt? Well, yeah, slapping in general hurts. I don't know, Sylvia. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start slapping some watermelons. See how that goes. Crushing watermelons with thighs is much more impressive. I just don't ever really find like watermelon feats of strength to be that impressive, to be honest. Like if you did that shit with a coconut, then you'd have me going, whoa. Then I'd be screaming. That'd be crazy. But a watermelon just doesn't ever really fucking impress me because they just explode. Like it's more of just like the explosion is a cool thing to spectators, I guess. It's never really impressive. You should try it then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, I did a long time ago. I don't know if this made the final cut. When we were doing medieval weapons tier list, one of the weapons was my fists. We were using a pumpkin. I could not punch through the pumpkin. But I'm pretty sure we did a watermelon before that, and that was really easy. There's so much give on a watermelon. Pumpkins are fucking brutal, though. That's like punching an actual wall. Oh, got you, Granny. Yeah, I was wondering why nothing came up. Is Dark and Darker free to play? Yep. Thanks, Resub Washer. Why do you hate watermelon? I don't know. I just don't like watermelon at all. It's just like the least satisfying flavor. I don't know what it is. I've just never liked watermelon. It's not as bad as cherries, though. I hate cherries far more than watermelon. Yeah, probably 2025 for the next From Software Souls game. They have Armored Core coming next, so it'll be a bit. Holy moly, double L take. I'll never understand how cherries are like a accepted food. Tastes like medicine. Cherries just taste like medicine. Can't stand the taste of cherries. Cannot fucking stand them. You've never had good cherries. I've tried them very many times. I just cannot stand the taste of cherries. One of the most repulsive tastes. Thanks, Reese, big brain. Yeah, maybe just having the old, like, cherry flavored medicine as a kid ruined them forever for me. Couldn't tell you, but I fucking hate it. Like, they actually make me feel ill when I eat a cherry. Hate it. Do you like cherry flavor? Not at all. That sounds like a pretty wild little chase. What fruits do you like if not watermelon? What do you mean? Watermelon is so far removed from the taste profile of the flavor profile of most other fruits. I like legitimately every single berry pretty much. There's not a single berry I don't like, except for golden berries, but I don't think anyone really likes those. Apples, oranges, all of your normal ones. Grapes, and kiwi, pineapple, mango. These are some dill. Grapefruit sucks ass. I hate grapefruit too. Grapefruit is some trash. Yeah, I do not like grapefruit. I don't remember what comedian told a joke about grapefruit like 10 years ago. I think his name was Gary something. But he had a whole rant about how grapefruits are just legitimately inedible. Talking about how a grapefruit is just the worst combination of a grape and a fruit. It truly is. It's just an unholy matrimony of the worst possible fruit flavors combined into one. We did a fruit tier list already. I like most fruit. Just very select ones I don't. But unfortunately, two of them are very popular with cherries and watermelon. What about pomegranates? Like pomegranates? There's very few fruits I don't like. Very, very, very few fruits I don't like. They just happen to be popular. Cherry, grapefruit, watermelon. Those are like the only ones that even come to mind off the top of my head. Oh, and lemons. I don't like lemons. Thanks for your sub, Zach. He's a resub. It's a ranger. Lemon's so good. I don't know anyone, or I don't know how anyone can just eat lemons. Lemon flavoring's fine, but I could never just eat a lemon, ever. No one just eats a lemon. Chat keeps saying they eat lemons. I don't know why anyone would. The lemon flavoring is fine. Sometimes it's very overpowering, but overall I don't mind it or anything, but I would never eat a lemon. But I like the people saying L take on like watermelon and shit are the same people saying, I also eat lemons for fun. I love eating whole lemons, rind and all. You have weird taste buds. That's why you can never put too much stock in it. It's just, these are not normal. Thanks to the bits polar bear and the resub gravity and the prime tune. Of course, snert. Apricots are underrated. Apricots are underrated. They're good. Thanks to Prime DS. Oh, so the Coast Guard didn't need to actually go chase him out there and swim him down. Thanks to resub drug. Bro, you eat raw onions? Yeah, I'm not saying that's normal. I like onions. I prefer not to eat them raw, but I will. Thanks, resub bees. That's huge, Sylvie. What an adventure. Oh, so that guy was a menace then. He did more than just the yacht shit. Will I do a moist meter on Puss in Boots? No, I saw it way too late, but it was very good. That's true, Tori. Has there been any updates on the crypto guy that was extradited? Talking about Sam Bankman-Fried? Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen, just that he posted his 250 mil bail. Thanks, resub squirrel. Your God Slap poster's fucked up. Yeah, I'm replacing that whole thing with like a big whole God Slap display. So it's just, I'm not going to bother taking it down until I put that up. Is that a band? What, God Slap? No, it's our comic series. There's a band called God Smack, though. They used to be big back in the day. Thanks a resub. RT. And the resub Cats and the Prime Ash. Of course I know pumpkin chunking. Is God Slap Book 3 out yet? No, it comes out February 22nd. Issue 3 is going to be, what, 2 weeks away now? A little over 2 weeks? Thanks to the Prime, Nate. You gonna play Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, it comes out on Friday, right? I think it's gonna be really fucking boring, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. Godslap 1 and 2 available still? Well, yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I'm Moistmeter Silk Song when it comes out. Pre-order can play on Tuesday. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't really want to pay for deluxe, though. Plus, Dark and Darker starts today. I'll think about it. It's a regular pre-order, not the 300 one. Oh, okay. Then yeah, sure, I'll do it. This is the normal one, sure. Thanks to the resub, Curtis and Zwin. No, I didn't hear anything. I know nothing about the game other than what they've shown. It all looks boring. Well, there's always new wacky court cams. I'm getting tired. I had to get up early today. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow we play some Dark and Darker. Finally he's back in the playtest. Thanks to Prime Official. Alright, thanks for tuning in. New subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Thanks for subbing. Enjoy the emotes. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll toss you to an Exodus runner tonight who's still going. Let's see. Here, Spicy's still going. Oh, Spicy just started, actually. I think he's still top 3 right now. Alright, thanks again, everyone. See you tomorrow.